told in my last video what my favourite episode of the series is, but another question I get asked now and again is, what's my least favourite episode of the series? That's not nearly as easy a question. Oh, there are plenty of candidates, but they all have different reasons for me not liking them. A good episode will just be a solid story and an enjoyable experience, but the bad ones come in many different forms. Poor writing, forgettable story, out of character behaviour, bad moral, and so on. You also have to keep in mind that least favourite is not the same as worst. I think I can allow myself to be a bit more subjective when it comes to least favourite. For me, the worst thing an episode can do is be forgettable. Even the mysterious ne'er-do-well had things in it that I enjoyed. So I think a better way of phrasing least favourite is the most forgettable. So what episode was the most forgettable? What episode had nothing in it that I remember? My immediate thought was the Cutie Pox, since I actually tried to review that once and found I had nothing to say, but that at least had the Big Lebowski reference. So maybe Apple Family Reunion? No. That had a good moral and an alright song. After really thinking about it, there's only one episode in the entire series that in my opinion had nothing memorable about it. My least favourite episode is A Bird in the Hoof. I think the main reason I find this whole episode completely forgettable is there really isn't much to it in terms of plot. Fluttershy sees Celestia's bird is unwell, tries and fails to nurse it back to health, and then finds out it was a phoenix. That's it in terms of plot, really. For the most part, it's just a bunch of jokes that fell flat for me. I guess Rainbow trying to get the guards to laugh was kind of funny, but otherwise the jokes were pretty cringeworthy. Heck, even the Pinky stuff fell flat for me. The other problems I have are that bird, which I just find kind of disturbing. It's like something out of Ren and Stimpy. And the fact that Fluttershy takes Celestia's bird without asking. Like, why? She is trying to do Celestia a favour here. Why wouldn't she want to let her know what she was doing? Did it not occur to her that Celestia would notice her bird had gone missing?
Dumbass! Dumbass! How much of a dumbass are you?
Now, some people have argued that this is actually the lesson of the episode, that you should ask before taking things. Well, let's have a listen to the lesson, shall we?
But all you had to do was ask me, and I could have told you Philomena was a phoenix and saved you all this trouble.
I know. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. Next time I'll ask before taking matters into my own hooves.
Okay, granted it is kind of sketchy what the lesson is here, but it sounds to me like the lesson is that you should ask about a problem before doing something to fix it. There's no mention of the fact that Fluttershy took something without asking, but what's worse is there are a lot of much better lessons that this episode could have had, like owning up when you have done something wrong, even if you think you might get in trouble for it, or that attempting to cover up doing something wrong will ultimately only make things worse. Also, this entire plot is just basically that small scene in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. But at least there, Dumbledore explained things to Harry at the earliest possible point. Celestia just doesn't bother to tell anyone because she wanted to have a laugh at everyone else's expense, I guess. I don't know. I guess she was kind of in a prank-pulling mood in this episode.
Gotcha.
So there you go, guys. For everyone that was wondering, my least favourite episode is A Bird in the Hoof. One last thing, just wanted to share with you something my friend Golden Fox, who you should absolutely check out by the way, posted on Tumblr last week. Yeah, I think we've all been bited by now. Heck, even Anthony C. and Brony Curious's epic review of A Canterlot Wedding didn't escape. I happen to know for a fact that this guy is in reality a perfectly nice guy, but man, he doesn't hold back in the YouTube comments. So, Biter, if you're watching, and if you are, I imagine you've already critiqued this review in the comments, these are for you.